The electric hood raise now, is that all the way down to the 521? Or is that
No, 521 actually has a manual. You just have a manual latch and you raise it up. 621, 721, all the way up through the 921 have electric. And we do get asked quite often, oh boy, if you had an electrical problem or your battery was dead, right behind the rear tire you'll see two bolts. You just remove the two bolts. If you had an electrical problem or a dead battery, remove the two bolts, just manually lift your hood up. You'd have to prop it up, charge your batteries, because your battery access is under there also, but giving you everything under one position. And see the joystick on there? It's just the small joystick that actually activates this. And you need to activate it up on the dash initially. So the light will come on when you hit that rocker switch. And now it is activated. But the way to operate this, guys want to grab the joystick with their fingertips. Do not do it that way because it gets somewhat jumpy. You put it in the crotch of your forefinger and your thumb and just roll your wrist. Very good control over it. And then it has your forefinger in the position for your forward and reverse. When this is activated, your shuttle switches to this forward and reverse switch that is on Steve's index finger there.
You can adjust the sensitivity of that also.
You can, from the dash, you can adjust the sensitivity in 3 positions, 1, 2, and 3, electronically from the dash. How fast you want that joystick to react. So he's activating his forward and reverse there with his forefinger. There's also another button on there right next to that, which would be on his second finger. You see that? That's your kick down button. So give this a try this afternoon. It is hands-free with his right hand if you are activating the joystick, obviously, but you can always resort back to the steering wheel. A lot of times guys think, well, if you get the joystick option, you don't get a steering wheel. No. With our wheel loaders, you get both. The steering wheel and the joystick, and there's a place for both of them. If you were doing higher speed down the road and things, you would want to utilize your steering wheel. Repetitive loading, you want to use your joystick. Another great feature is that you can go to the steering wheel at any time. As Steve's showing us right now, going to the steering wheel and back to the joystick. So in emergency, a guy could grab the steering wheel, and especially during the learning curve of the joystick. So it's very, very safe. Okay, just a couple other points of this before you leave, Steve. Glass again, from floor to ceiling. I want you to take a look at the articulation joint on here. We mount our articulation joint very far apart. Gives it very good strength. The closer you have the pins from the top and the bottom pin, the weaker it would be, or the more torque that it would be acted on it. So we mount them very far apart. We put a large tapered bearing top and bottom. So very long life on that articulation joint. Look at the visibility out of this cab. You can see down behind your front tires even, right from the operator's seat. Down through the loader, to the loader bucket. Very good visibility. We do have Z-bar linkage. We talked about on our 580 in the Solution Center how the cylinder on the 580 reverse linkage, actually the Z-bar linkage works the same way. When he is dumping his bucket out, dump your bucket out once, Steve, the cylinder is working in the reverse action. So now as he dumps his bucket, that cylinder is actually retracting. So that's the fast cycle of that cylinder. And as he rolls back, it is using the back side of that, giving him much more breakout force. Another thing that you can get is extended reach. So, any questions?